Let's get myself pumped up. I feel no different. Good morning, everybody. Clarabelle, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Good morning. Welcome, Toony the Tiger. Let's play episode not quite 80. Did this just change from number 1 to number 2? Did that really happen? Wait, that actually happened. Can we get a rewind? Rewind. I don't remember buying this. I didn't buy this. Who bought this? I think someone was on my account and they bought that. That's what happened. But it's been a long time since I made Toony the Tiger, and I tell you all about it when I see you again. There's nothing in the catalog, 'cause there never is. I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. What's Toony working on? He can VP, he can CFO, he can do all the things basically. So let's do yo, a full district in TTR? Wait, there's 1,500 people online? Never before seen? Wow, TTR is bouncing back, guys. I don't know, man. I'm calling it. TTR is bouncing back. But anyway, how's it going, everybody? It's your pal Megas, bringing you on the Toony the Tiger episode where I don't know what I'm gonna do, honestly. I'm just gonna fight cogs and hopefully get closer to getting Toony to whatever the end of Toony the Tiger is gonna be. So he's got a few left there and at least a few left there. So none of this is gonna be finished today, that's for sure. He might max sound though. He might. You never know. It's a good chance, especially if I'm doing like, I don't know, VPs or something. I was about to go to the shortcut that doesn't exist here because that's on Corporate Clash, and gosh, I miss Corporate Clash so much. But I haven't done one of these recordings in like 2 months. Oops. And a lot happened in those 2 months. Like, I try to write down everything that happened, and then I end up like, there's been too many things and I have to be really selective about what I talk about. I already know that I'm not going to be able to, you know, talk about everything. Like, I'm looking at the list of things that I have to talk about, and I wrote down that I went to the post office to like apply for my passport, and then the passport was supposed to be here in like 4 to 6 weeks. Yeah, I already went to the post office. I got like, I paid for the passport and then it got sent to me. And so that's how long ago this has been. Yo, how many people are here? How many people? Is this a good group? How many we got? Was that like many? Come on, this is a good group. Yeah, let's go. We got 7. This will be fine. Oh yeah, actually some of these people are more than enough. This is gonna be fine. No. But the whole reason I was gonna talk about the passport in the first place is because I had met a girl earlier this year in another country, and I was planning to go visit her, and then things didn't work out. So like in the time between Toony the Tiger episodes, there was like a whole like fallout with this girl that I guess I was dating for a couple months, and now I'm not dating her anymore, and so I'm just gonna be single for like a while. Let's get it. I'm gonna date my bed. That's what I'm gonna do. It's the only thing that sleeps with me every night is my pillow. And even that, sometimes I throw it off the bed in the middle of my sleep. But I digress. Yeah, going to the post office to get my passport was a wonderful experience. I guess I got to skip the line because I set an appointment for like 9:15 and I got there like at 8:30 for some reason. And because no one else was there, they were like, yeah, let's just do it, let's go. So a month and a half ago, I got to skip the line at the post office and be able to get in and out of there before my scheduled appointment time even came around. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad I wrote that down for no reason. All right, what do we got here? I'm so not used to this UI, and it makes me kind of sad. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, big sounds, big sounds. Yo, Toony train sound. I like the sound of that. Get it? Cause I like the sound of that. Guys, I'm so desperate. Also, I never turned on my lights today. I wonder if I even ever told Google to turn them on. I did not. Hey Google, turn on lights. Ooh, there it goes. You can't really tell, but it's I see it, and that's what's important. It's not important to you guys. Don't worry, I got I was gonna say I got this. You know what? I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna do it anyway. We train Choo Choo, am I right, guys? We train Choo Choo. I can't click on its name to see how much health it has left. Oh god, this game is so behind. But hey, this hits. Oh, this didn't hit. I hate it here. I'm just gonna use sound. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna use sound. Just use sound. Toony, train your sound. Just use sound. You're so close to maxing it. Just use sound. Another thing I wrote down though, apparently, a couple months ago, I remembered that my friend Alex came into town. He's really good at gambling. Like, I don't know how you can be good at gambling, but you can be good at gambling. And it's kind of crazy that that's even a thing. What's going on here? What is happening? Yo, I will go ahead and not choose anything because I forgot. So my friend Alex comes to town, and he's usually pretty good at gambling. Like, he pulls out a few $100s every single time he walks into a casino. And every once in a while, my friend Noah and I will, like, watch him gamble. I do remember him taking us into the High Rollers Club, and he was all like, go ahead and try this one for me, right? He puts his ticket in that had like $300 on it, and he's like, just try that a few times, see if you win anything. And I was like, okay. So I sat down and I start pulling it, and I start pulling it, and I start pulling it, and it's like nothing. And that's how I lost his $75 in 3 minutes. That's the fastest I've ever seen $75 go away. Like, it was just gone. Never go to the High Rollers. No, just don't do it. But there was another time a month after that. This is how infrequent I do these episodes, because I'm telling stories that happen months apart. But a month after that, he came back into town, and he's like, let's go again, you know? And we're sitting down at like a quick hits machine, and we're taking turns pressing the button, because that's what we do while we're sitting there and chatting. And I go ahead and hit it one time, and it didn't even hit like a bonus or anything. It just happened to line up with like wilds and sevens and something like that, where it paid out like $200, which was pretty crazy. And so he posted that on Twitter, and I retweeted it, and Noah posted it on Twitter. And I don't know, it's just kind of cool when you're the one who pushes the button and it's like big win, and you're like, that's a couple $100. Use some of that to buy some groceries at Winco, and it was a good time. So like, I'm not going out on my own and gambling and being like, let's put $50 on red for a chance to double it. I don't do that. Listen, if you live in Las Vegas, you kind of have to have that like restrain from things like that. Otherwise, you're going to be out all the time gambling, probably buying a lot of alcohol, and I don't know, what other addictions do people have? Crack cocaine, maybe? Heroin? Don't get addicted to heroin. I don't care what state or city you live in, just don't get addicted to heroin. It's bad for you. But yeah, I was actually genuinely surprised, because when we went that night to go to Winco, you know what I found there? You know what? Yeah. I found a little bit of this, which is, you know, Sonic the Hedgehog G Fuel. So G Fuel just recently, about a month ago, started expanding where you could find G Fuel. If you ever wanted the cans of G Fuel like this, you had to order it online. The only place they sold it in stores was like locally around where their establishment was, which is like New York, Long Island-ish. So in like the general New York area, you could find some convenience stores that sold the G Fuel. And even before we found it at Winco, there is a gas station about a 35 to 40 minute walk from where I am right now that had some cans. And so like every other week, I was taking like a 30 to 40 minute walk down there to get like a big stock of G Fuel, and then like walking all the way back with the G Fuel, and I would be stocking up for like the next 2 weeks worth. So I was already excited enough that there was a place kind of close by that had some, but like they would run out really quickly because they don't buy a lot, because they don't restock very often. I love it when sound misses. It's my favorite. But I was genuinely surprised at G Fuel that they had any at all, let alone how much they had. So here's how the story went. We were going down the general like drink and energy drink aisle, because I always do, just because I wanted to see what they had. Usually like it's really cheap there. They'll have like Rock Stars for 88 cents and some new flavors and some bangs and stuff like that. And I like to, you know, keep up with what they got, or get something that'll help me throughout the week. But as we're going down this aisle and we're like grabbing different energy drinks, I spot one can of Sonic the Hedgehog G Fuel, and I pick it up and I look at it, and I'm sitting there like awestruck, like, what is this doing here? It's so out of place. And it's probably a solid 30 to 45 seconds that I'm just staring at it, not saying a word, when Noah turns to me and he looks and he realizes, he's like, wait a second, what is that? Is that G Fuel? And I was like, it is. And he's like, where'd you get that? And I was like, right there on the shelf. Not breaking eye contact with Sonic the Hedgehog here on the can. And we start like digging all over the shelf, like looking behind other ones, like, where did this come from? Where did it go? Where'd you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Like trying to figure out if there's any more of these, or if somebody brought this in themselves and left it there, or what happened. And we finally tracked down one of the employees and we're like, hey, we saw this. Do you have more of this? And they're like, oh yeah, it's at a thing at the front. Well, actually, that's not what she said. The first girl we talked to was all like, I got no idea. I'm drunk on the job. Don't ask me. Ask her. And then she walked away. That was wonderful. The second lady we talked to was like, yeah, they're at a promotional stand at the front. And we went to the front, and we were not expecting literal boxes on boxes on boxes of G Fuel. So naturally, I bought $50 worth. Oh, it was quite a night, and man, like, there's just no other feeling like that, where you and your buds are out on the town, and you're like, you win a couple $100, and then you go to Winco and spend it all on G Fuel energy. Let's go! Speaking of G Fuel, do you want to sponsor me? Listen, I know my views aren't up as much as they were, like, last month, but, like, I've been drinking your stuff since, like, gosh, how long's it been? 2013? I think 2013 when they first came out and they had 4 flavors. I remember when Fazeberry came out, man. I remember that. Yeah, I think it's been since 2013. They had fruit punch, lemon lime, blue ice, and like something else. And I don't even remember. But they only had 4 flavors in the tub, and man, that takes me back. Those were some good days, man. Those were some good days. Anyway, G Fuel. I really love your product. Please sponsor me. It could be, you know, you'll have the entire Toontown community. Trust me, this is an untapped market. Nobody sponsors anybody in the Toontown community, which probably is not a really good selling point. Trust me, we can make this work. I promise. I promise. Because with this G Fuel in my hand, I'm able to beat the VP boss in Toontown single-handedly, literally, because I'm just using my other hand. Look how flawlessly I'm spamming this. Don't look at my crotch. It's weird. I'm just gonna. I'm winning so hard right now, guys. Look at, oh, I'm so good. Did you see that hit right there? It wasn't me, but somebody hit him. Single-handedly. I want y'all to know that I do not write any of this. I have a small notepad of things to talk about, which are just general topics. All that rest stuff is improv, which is pretty obvious because it's not funny. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, I've been hit. But yeah, I really need to be more consistent with these Toony the Tiger episodes, because it's like, hey, I sit down for an hour and I do it, and I'll probably actually end up like editing this on stream, which would be great, because then I can do that thing at the end where I'm all like, if you sub or give bits or donate during the video, so like while I'm editing it, I'll put your name at the end of the video, and that can be fun sometimes. I like to think so, at least, because you'll notice there's like some Toony the Tiger episodes that happen, and then like there's a chunk of them where it'll have like a special thanks at the end, and then it stops again, and it's weird. I'd love to start doing that again. That could be a lot of fun, but I need to be more frequent with the uploads. And honestly, I haven't been frequent with uploads at all, just because there's been nothing to talk about. I always love whenever there is something to talk about, and it really shines true when TTR added that like backwards long jump funny glitch thing, right? Like when you can go into the Cellbot factory, you can do it right now. Go into the Cellbot factory and then like do the funny backwards long jump thing in the factory. And that was fun, and I made a video about it, and it popped off. I had like 2,000 views in the first day, and I think now it's got 4,000 or 5,000 views. And it's like, yes, give me more of that. Like, to succeed as a content creator, you kind of need content to work off of, which means you need the reliance of the game to kind of meet you halfway. Because I can do things like a TTR Let's Play, right? I'll upload this, and it'll probably do okay. Right, it'll do like normal numbers, but if you want to grow, if you want to succeed, if you want to have something that's higher than what you're used to, you're gonna need the game to be able to give you that halfway there. So props to TTR for even adding anything that allows me to do that. I just checked it, that did get over 5,000 views, which is miraculous. Thank you guys for watching that video. But on the same hand, but at the same time, I know I'm also not taking advantage of all of the things that I could be making videos about and talking about, and that's my bad, and I think that comes down to motivation, and sometimes I'm just not motivated to make videos. A couple of reasons I'm not motivated to make videos. Number one, because YouTube took away my monetization, and I have no idea how to get it back, because they said they were going to mail me something in the physical mail, and they haven't yet, and I have no idea how I'm gonna be able to make money on YouTube again. So at the moment, I'm not making money from this video. You'll still see ads, but I'm not making money, so I hope you're just enjoying the video anyway. And then on the other hand, Twitch streams usually take up so much more of my time. I spend almost 40 hours a week live streaming to Twitch. Not only is that more fulfilling, but it's more engaging, and technically I make more money from that as well, so it's like, what would I rather spend my time doing, right? The thing that's more work and less money, or the thing that's less work and more money? and more engaging and more fun. You know what I mean? Like, this is fun, but it's like, I gain so much more out of live streaming, you know? You just do. It's just facts. Yo, who went sad, bro? Imagine going sad in the video game. I'm sad in real life every day. But in the video game, imagine. It's actually nice to see the game kind of popping a little bit. That's really cool. It's really cool. I forgot I have to buy all my gags individually, and there's no preset button. I miss Corporate Clash. So I'll try to make more videos, but again, it's like, there are definitely videos I could be making that I'm just not. For instance, that, what was it, the Toontown Restoration Project, or they finally released all the photocopies of the TTO pictures and drawings and stuff. I don't even remember what it's called, but like they released that and I could have made a video about that, looking through it, my reactions, and just part of me didn't care. It really didn't. Like, it's cool to see some of that stuff, but like, I know it doesn't actually add to the game. I forgot how much this kills my computer, but it doesn't actually add anything to the game, and it doesn't really like provide me content to be able to play and share. It's just kind of my reaction to it happening, and I could have like done a little commentary about it, but what am I going to talk about? Like, hey, they released it, they should have years ago, but they didn't, but you know what, it's here now, so go enjoy it. So I don't know, I definitely could take advantage of stuff like that more, and then I just don't. And then there's other things I want to make videos about, and then I get no motivation to do so. Like right now, I did a playthrough of this funny, stupid horsey game, right? I thought it was so funny, like some of the moments that happened, that I wanted to make a highlight video of it, and I edited maybe a third of it, and then I just ran out of motivation to keep editing. And listen, I know it would be a funny video, and I also know it probably won't get anywhere near the same amount of views that any of my other videos get, which is fine, but like, I think it would be a good video. I think it would be funny. And it looks like we are waiting. I'll invite this guy and sit here and see if anyone else shows up. Yo, little by little, people will show up. Here we go. I don't care if you're sound, let's get in here. But yeah, that's what it comes down to. It's like time, effort, ideas, and motivation to be able to make YouTube videos, and I'm like always missing one of those. Sometimes I don't have time, sometimes I don't have motivation, sometimes I don't have ideas, and it's just, you need all of them to line up. Whereas a stream, I'm like, ugh, I'm gonna play Fortnite today, click, and then go live, right? And then I don't have to really put any effort. And I do put effort, don't get me wrong, I love putting effort, because then I get to interact with chat, and we get to do funny jokes, and make chat bet on whether or not I'm gonna die. But it's like there's so much more thought and effort that needs to go into a YouTube video that it just takes more out of me to try to work on that, you know? Another one. Oh wait, this could be full. Oh wait, is that too many people? That's not too many people, right? This will be exact. Yes. Okay, we're going. Dude, these people are like, I might go with my friend, and then they leave the boarding group, and then they're like, ugh, hate it here. Toontown sucks. Cancel Mega Snoopy just says Toontown sucks. I mean, Toontown doesn't suck, but it's definitely not like on par with a lot of modern games. Still think this is better than Horsey Game. That Horsey Game was awful, and I really hope that I get around to editing that, because there were some fantastic moments in that game. Going back to my list of things to talk about, a subathon is on that list, and that was a month ago. Oops. Month and a half at this point. Oops. But I did that subathon, and I made at least a couple of videos off of that. One of them was a discussion video about like the pros and cons to subathons and how I felt about it personally. And the other one was just a wonderful highlight video that, oh, I should watch that again, because that was a fun highlight video. Yo, do we want a sound or we want a lure? What's the plan? What's the plan? What's the plan? What's the plan? This is not the plan. This is not it, Chief. This is not it, Chief. Oh no. Also, I forgot how short the timer is on this game. I'm just not used to it. I've not chosen a gag twice already. I'm awful. But yeah, I did a subathon a month ago. People keep acting like I got a lot of money from it, and it's like I did okay. But now I'm just kind of like replenishing like all the money that I had already spent over the past couple months to get me to where I am. So if anything, I'm back to breaking even. Let's go. Don't think that I don't think I'm making like tons of money. I do okay for myself, but I'm not making tons of money. Especially since we're trying to like save up some cash. We're trying to get a house here soon. Then again, we've also been trying to get a house for like the past 3 years. So like, what else is new? Am I right? I think we're really on it this time though. I think there's actually a really good chance. So stay tuned. I'll let you know how that goes. But we've been looking at some places, some kind of larger places, like 4 or 5 bedrooms, so we can bring more people in, and like not just like more content creators to be able to interact with and work off of, but like friends here that we can spend time with and enjoy our time with. with. And we just had one person lure and one person sound. This is going so well so far. Just so well. One of the things I really like being able to do is share the resources I have, you know, and help other people around me live a more comfortable, stable life. Be able to give them opportunities they might not have had before. And so that's what I'm trying to do here. I've already been doing that with Noah, trying to give him a platform to be able to step right out of college and not feel so pressured to have to get like a place to live right away and a job to make a lot of money, because it's like it's not that easy to do that, right? As soon as you come out of college, you've got your 4-year degree and the whole world is open up to you. But at the same time, everybody else has got their 4-year degree and now you're $100,000 in debt and all the jobs are taken, and like the best thing you could get is like a part-time job at Chipotle where the person you're working with has barely even finished high school, if that. When I was working at Chipotle, I was working with a guy who had a 4-year degree in computer science, and he was like working the exact same job I was, and it's like, why did you even get the 4-year degree then? Because right now we're still making the same amount of money, but that's just the reality of it. So I guess having that kind of transitional period is nice, and having a friend to be able to rely on and fall back on is also really nice. So anyway, with a house with more rooms, ideally we'll be able to do that with at least a couple more friends. We'll see. Might be bringing as many as 3 new people into the picture, but I'm not gonna get ahead of myself. Did we just like green? Are we dead? Do we suck? I think we suck. We suck. The coordination I get in Corporate Clash is like miles better than whatever I get in TTR. I don't know what it is, but I feel like if we had like a Toontown IQ test, it would be like a lower average on TTR. Nothing against them personally, but I feel like this kind of scenario happens way more on TTR, and you hear about it way more on TTR. Granted, TTR has more players, so there's more chances to get some bumblehead people who aren't quite sure how to play the game correctly, but like definitely happens more on TTR. I'm so sure of it. My G Fuel's almost gone. I'm sad. Goodbye, G Fuel. I will miss you. I will remember you. Will you remember me? That's a really good song, by the way. Really good song. I'm just gonna spam sound at this point. Spam sound. Spam sound, win game. So the last thing I got on my list before I decided to stop putting things on my list, because too many things were happening and I just stopped putting things on my list, was that I did end up getting like the full vaccination. I don't know if I got the first part of it before like the last Tune of the Tiger or not. I might have talked about it, but yeah, I did get the second one as well. And now I am fully vaccinated, so that's pretty cool. I feel good about it. The second one definitely like knocked me on my butt though. I definitely felt that for sure. Like I know a lot of people talked about the fact that it usually did more than not. Some people didn't really get anything at all. Like they had like a sore arm for a bit. But, like I was having like straight up fever dream. I had a weird dream. There's like predictions on Twitch that people can use to like gamble their channel points on depending on what happens in the game. Like you can predict if the streamer's gonna die or not in the video game. And like I had a weird fever dream for like 4 hours straight where the only thing I could think about was like people in my friend's Discord betting on whether or not I was going to die. And it was like so surreal and I kind of hated it. But I couldn't sleep. I was just in that weird fever dream state. And anyone who's ever been there knows exactly what I'm talking about, where it's literally like you don't actually feel like you're asleep. You are unconscious, but like you can't like move and you're very conscious about what you're thinking about. And it's just, you're not actually getting any rest. You're just unconscious with your eyes closed, thinking. Not actually like dreaming, just thinking. And it's so stressful. I hate it. I only ended up getting like 5 hours of sleep that night, but thankfully that's like the worst that it got. And after that I was feeling a lot better. I like binge watched Scrubs all day, and then I don't know, ate like Chipotle. Felt pretty good. I felt pretty good. Yo, big tune-ups, big tune-ups, big tune-ups. Yo, that's a big tune-up. Here we go. I tune up that guy, you tune up that guy. Funny, because you're like, sorry, I didn't realize his piano wasn't maxed. He literally said his piano wasn't maxed at the beginning of the CFO mouse. Like, pay attention. See, even I remember that, and I'm rambling and ranting about COVID vaccinations. Somebody look back in the footage real quick. Jamie, pull up the video. So So anyway, now being fully vaccinated, a lot of things are opened up now in Las Vegas. So the kind of rule of thumb here is that if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. But it's still highly encouraged that if you're not vaccinated, that you do. That's just kind of how they've been doing things around here. And if given the option to open things up, of course, a lot of companies are going to try to open up as much as they can because that's money. Like, regardless if you are actually for one side or the other, like, it just makes sense that, oh, you're allowing us to allow everybody in? We're going to allow everybody in because that's how we're going to make the most money. That's just how companies think. So for me, it's like kind of depending. If I'm going on a general walk, which I have been doing, I don't really feel the need to wear a mask. I know in my church that I go to, they're very much like, we are okay if you don't wear a mask, something God will protect us. But if I'm going like to the store or to Taco Bell or something, I still absolutely wear my mask there, 100%. Like there's a sign outside of the grocery store that says like, it's highly encouraged that if you're not vaccinated to wear a mask, but I am vaccinated and I'm still like wanting to wear it. And I think at Taco Bell is weird because they still won't let you inside if you're not wearing a mask. Like they say that on the door, and yet everybody's walking inside and sitting down and eating there, and they don't have the social distancing things up, and they're letting people eat inside. And they turned on the soda fountain again, letting people get refills, but they still have the sign outside the door that's like, please wear a mask if entering, right? Like we will not serve you if you don't wear a mask. They still do. It's weird, but I still wear my mask going in there. I don't really care. But like, I want to speak to both sides of the conversation right now. Like, if you are vaccinated, I don't want anyone to make you feel bad if you feel confident not wearing a mask, okay? I know that's like, people are in a really weird spot right now. It seemed universally understood that like beforehand, wear the mask, social distance, do what you're supposed to do. It's weird that there was a fight about that. My parents are still like fighting about that, and I don't understand where they're coming from. My dad got COVID, and he still is all like, I'm not going to get the vaccine. I'm not going to wear a mask. I'm like, Dad, you had it. You were knocked on your butt for 2 weeks. You still have problems breathing. I don't understand. You know what? I'm not going to talk about it. I love my dad. I don't understand it. But now we're in a really, really strange time. We're like, there are some people out there that are like, you should still wear the mask regardless. And people are starting to feel bad about the fact that like the CDC themselves are like, it's okay if you don't wear a mask if you're vaccinated. And honestly, you shouldn't feel bad being on either side. If you still don't feel comfortable not wearing the mask and you want to make sure you're being as protected as possible, yes, by all means continue wearing the mask, protect those that you love and care about, do what you feel is required. But we are in a place now where there's more and more people getting vaccinated, and the people who are not vaccinated either haven't done it by choice, or they just physically haven't gotten the time to, which is weird to me, right? And if it's because you physically haven't gotten the time to, then you're probably not spending too much time out in public anyway. So a lot of the people that are out in public that aren't vaccinated are the ones that have physically just chosen not to get vaccinated. Like that's what's going on. And at this point, it's kind of their own darn fault if they end up catching COVID because they made the conscious choice to not get vaccinated. So in that sense, if you are vaccinated and you do not want to wear a mask, the only people you are protecting are the ones that have gone out of their way to choose not to get a vaccination, and that is not your problem to feel bad about. I'm going to be 100% blunt and honest with you, not your problem. If you are vaccinated and you decide not to wear the mask, in my humble opinion, you can disagree, you shouldn't feel bad. I still do. I still wear it. But you shouldn't be made to feel bad if that is your decision. Does that make sense? And if you're one of the people that's all like, I haven't gotten the vaccination, I still refuse to wear a mask, whatever, go for it. You know, my parents are like that. Go for it. I'm not gonna judge you. Go for it. Just understand that if you do end up getting COVID, then you're gonna suffer the consequences. And if you don't, congratulations. You don't need to rub it in everyone's face. I don't know. That was just what was on my mind because I had a discussion with my dad yesterday about it. No, wait, that was this morning. Wow, today's been a long day. My dad called me this morning. It was like 8:30 in the morning, and I was trying to sleep in, but I guess not because my dad called me, and he was telling me about how, you know, the whole thing I was just talking to you about, how he ended up, he did have COVID, but he's over it now, but he still feels a little bit of pain, but he still refuses to get the vaccine, and I'm like, whatever, and he's all like, yeah, most of the places here don't care if you wear a mask or not, they suggest that you do, blah, 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 and he's talking about how his favorite store still asks him to wear a mask, and he's all like, they're gonna lose business if they keep forcing everyone to wear a mask because no one else is. And I'm like, yeah, Dad, go ahead. Yeah, communism, let's go. They're dictating us. America's a dictatorship. You're so right. I love my dad. So as much as a touchy topic it is to talk about something like that, I do know that this kind of Toony the Tiger Let's Play is kind of my video log of my life over the past 5 years or so, and it would be ridiculous of me to not at least talk about it a little bit, you know? This is a very historical moment that's going to be talked about for years upon years to come. The time where an entire country and most of the world shut down over a global pandemic. And you know, it'd be nice to, you know, look back someday and see what my thoughts were and how I handled it. I forgot that there's like no HP meter here. I forgot how plain TTR is. Like, I know that like TTCC has got like the health meter and your friends list and all of this junk on the screen, but I kind of liked all of that UI, you know? TTR just feels so plain. I don't know, it's weird, dude. It's weird. Also, TTR is very loud. Holy cow, their audio is just so imbalanced. I don't know how it's still like this imbalanced after this many years, and they still haven't fixed it. Absolutely crazy to me. There's just sound effects that are just much louder than others. Whoever works their audio balance is wearing earplugs, man. It's so loud, you can barely even hear me talking. But yeah, at the time of recording this, I think Smirky's birthday is in a few days, so that's pretty cool. I'm going through my like list of events of things that are coming up. Oh, Toony did it! Yo! He did the thing where he's all like, where's the happy? There's no happy in this one. Emoticons? There we go. Let's go. Big ups, Toony. Big ups. Screenshot for the thumbnail. But yeah, as far as events go, the new Ratchet and Clank came out a couple days ago. I was very, very excited to play that. Like, that was one of the biggest things I was looking forward to it. And I beat the main game in the day. And then by the following day, I'd already gotten the Platinum Trophy. Dang. I guess I'll look forward to the next video game. Maybe Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga? I don't know when that's coming out. Kind of Bridge of Spirits looks really good, and that comes out in August, but that's still another couple months away. Smirky's birthday is in a few days. My birthday is next month. If the house hunting goes well, hopefully by the end of that month we're looking at a new place. That would be cool. There's a lot that could potentially be happening in the next couple months, but you know, we'll see. Is that a gag up all? That's pretty neat, dude. I like that. That's pretty neat. Going somewhere else to get my gags. This place is absolutely just, oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad, dude. I hate it. I hate it here. Yeah, Toony's tasks are a little bit farther done than they were before, just because of the fact that I did do that Toony the Tiger gag training from before. Oh, that's right. I got a gag up all, so like most of my gags came back. That's right. But that's why he's actually honing in on being pretty close to done with these. And then after these, I think he just goes on to doing like the Professor Flake stuff and then the Boss Fight HQ stuff. And the Boss Fight HQ stuff should take a little bit of time because I could probably do like 2 front threes an episode. And then that's another 5 episodes or so. So that's not too bad. But like this is closing in, man. Hi, can I help you? Timer's counting down. We might get to 100 episodes. We'll have to see. But then maybe I can continue Toony the Tiger adventures on Corporate Clash and see how that turns out. That could be pretty cool. Maybe I'll bring Toony the Tiger back on TTR every once in a while to make him do like a CJ or a CEO, or when the new update comes out and there's a new playground, or if there's the field offices, have him try those. You know, there's things Toony the Tiger could do, but you know, that's just down the road. But you know, it probably, we're still getting another year out of it if I keep making an episode every month and a half or so. This is where I'm going to end off this one because I don't want it to be too long, and you're in my face, sir. This is probably where I'm going to end off this one because I don't want the episode to be too long, and I talked about everything I wanted to talk about, at least for the time being. And hopefully I'll see you guys not in another month and a half. I'm so sorry. Hey, at least I sat down and kicked my own butt and did it this time. So thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you did enjoy. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Stay awesome. God bless and peace out, dudes. Thank you.
I will